Well, Irving, I was saying about these jokes with Baba. One time, I pop out a kind of spicy joke to him. So he gave me a good, pull in the ears. He said, "I know you're pretty mischievous, but we'll let it go by this time. But next time you come, and you'll know if I give you a pull, what it's for." And I knew, because the next time when I went and saw Bao asked me, "This time I'm going to give you 4 pulls in your ear." And I knew right away why. I knew, well, I haven't behaving. I guess, Baba, like you want me to, and how can I? So he said, "Do you love me?" He always asked me, "You love me?" I said, "Baba, I just love you as a human being can love you. But outside of that, well, I'm just human, and I do things that I shouldn't. So skip the pulling of my ear this time." And he laughed, he embraced me, and when he embraced me, well, everything just dissipated. And then we talk about other things. But this pulling in my ears, I always fear, because when I was in some place and I knew I was going to behave, I knew I had it coming, and he knew it always. I see how many I had coming. And this is the things that I was referring about pulling my ears, which I deserve it. And one time, being so mischievous, I said, "Baba, I'm so mischievous like a tale I hear in Singapore. I went to see this merchant. He's a rich man, and he has a funeral. And this florist man came to my ship, and he wants to deliver a wreath to the funeral. So I asked him, 'Would you give me a ride?' He gave me a ride, and we went to the funeral, and he was a Buddhist."
Jai Baba, Mrs. Indumati Deshmukh. My contact with Baba begins since 1 month after my marriage. Baba's approval was taken before our marriage by Dr. Deshmukh, and he expected me to bow down to Baba when we went to him. It was not really my wish to accept him as a master or to accept him as a guru. But then, in order to please my husband, I went with him, and Baba was to go on a Western tour at that time. But when I saw Baba first, I felt that he is as if my nearest relative. And afterwards, whenever I had any difficulty in my life, I approached him, I wrote to him, and I was very much happy whenever I went to him. It is a moment of joy, moments of happiness to remember about the service which we received because of his mercy. And we remember the time with great happiness. Now, I would like to tell you some experiences which I got. Although they may not be called miracles, yet they are memories of happiness for me and my family. We had built a house in Nagpur. It was not complete, but Baba in 1952 had come to Nagpur. Before that, he had come to us at Amravati. My husband was a professor of philosophy in Amravati Government College, and after that, for a day, he had accepted an invitation to come to Nagpur also. Our house was in the building process. Only the cellar was built, and we requested Baba to have an opening of that cellar only. We tied a ribbon to that entrance and requested Baba to do the function. And Baba mercifully accepted our invitation. We brought pedas for prasad, and then Baba cut the ribbon and we went inside. We were so happy when Baba was also happy to sit there and to distribute the prasad with both of his hands. And fortunately, we had a camera at that time, and we have taken a film of that occasion also. About the same house, I may tell you that when we wanted to live in the house, there is a religious function to be performed before we go to live in. But before that religious function was to be performed, I dreamt on that occasion that just before that, the night the function was to be performed, I dreamt that I am seeing a very good house built in stone, a pakka house, and the stones of the house were coming down. That house, I remembered, was from Amravati, where I used to serve. And Baba also was walking in front of the house. I am seeing the house, the stones coming down one after another. And I had a feeling that my house is also not being properly built. So I asked Baba, what is the use of having this function tomorrow if my house is also going to fall in that way, is going to be destructed in that way? So Baba told me, don't worry. He has been telling us this message throughout the life. Don't worry. He says, where I had kept my chair, you keep a green stick behind the door and don't worry. And I am living in that house even now. Then I would like to say something about another occasion when Baba came to us incognito. He was not giving public darshans at that time. He was not going anywhere publicly at that time. Then, to our great happiness and joy, 2 days before Baba actually came, I received a message that Baba is coming to our place, to our residence with 5 people. And I started preparing for Baba's arrival. I prepared some jams, jellies to give to Baba, some fruit preparations, and at last, and I really wanted to go to the station to receive Baba, but he wanted to come incognito, and all of a sudden, in the afternoon, the car came to my place. We received Baba. We had meals with him, and whole day we spent with him. Then at night, it was a full moon day. Baba, really speaking, had come to contact a mast nearby the place. Then it was a full moon day, and we requested Baba that let us also accompany you wherever you are going. And Baba so kindly allowed us. Myself and my eldest daughter, we accompanied Baba. We were at Amravati at that time, and and the mast was at some 6 miles from Amravati. We had to go there by train, and all the Mandli people, Erach, Chagan Master, and some 2 others there were with Baba. We went first by train, and then after getting down at Badnera station, we were to hire 2 bullock carts. The mast was said to be some 4 miles from that station. Immediately after we got down from the train, we had an earthen pot for water. Somebody left that pot on the ground and it broke down. Then the Baba laughed, and that person started singing a song that is dil ke tukde hajar hue, which means that the heart is broken into 1,000 pieces. Then, after some time, we got the bullock carts and 2 were required, and we sat with Baba and Erach and Chagan Master. Then after some time, we found out that Erach had lost 700 rupees from his coat. When Baba knew about it, again he said, "Don't worry." But even with Baba's assurance, I thought that if any of my servants have stolen the money, how can I replace such a big sum, 700 rupees? So I started worrying in spite of Baba's order. Then again, after some time, after we went some distance, again we found out that Erach dropped a shoe, his own shoe. And when Baba came to know about it, Baba said that nothing is lost if this money is lost. But if Erach loses his shoe, it is rather difficult to walk without a shoe. And so we must try to find out or get from somewhere shoe for him. So, and after that nothing could be done as it was night and we were at such an awkward place. So we went further. Then we went to a place named Chan, the name of the village. And there we found out that the mast which Baba wanted to contact was not there. Then Baba said that we must go back the distance. And we were told that he is at another place named Tara. The names mean moon and star. So our bullock carts started back. And we went some distance, and to our great surprise, we saw that Chagan Master somehow, he was tired of sitting in a bullock cart, and he said that I shall walk down some distance. So after getting down, he saw some round thing on the road, and to our great surprise, we found out that it was a bundle of notes. Everybody, of course, was very happy, and immediately my worry vanished. Then Chagan Master said that as I have found out this bundle of notes, I may find the shoe as well. So he started walking, and after some time he found out the shoe also. Then everybody started singing, and as Chagan Master was starving for a smoke, he asked Baba that as I have found out these two things, may we be allowed to have a smoke. And Baba allowed him. Then, we went some distance, we found out, we went to that village. And there, the mast was sitting behind the walls. We could not see the mast really. And he was at a higher level, and we were at a lower level. But as soon as we went some distance, we heard a cry that Baba bhook lagi. And after we went there, we found out that the mast was there, and he somehow knew inwardly that Baba has come. Then Baba fed him with milk and bread, and then we came back. Then, after contacting the mast, we came to the railway station, and till we had to wait there in the waiting room for some hours, 3 or 4 hours. There, Baba said that I am incognito and nobody should know that Baba is here. So, he slept with a cover on his face even. There was a secretary of the All India Congress Committee at that time. He came there, and Baba said that let him not know that I am here, and this secretary of the Congress Committee will not be there next year. And it came true that after 6 months that secretary died. Many a times Baba used to give some inkling about future happenings, but we could not understand them. Here in this case also, the secretary died, and then after his death, then only we could realize the truth of what Baba said. It is something like this. When we were at Bangalore with Baba, that Dr. Deshmukh was sent to attend the Dasara celebrations of the Mysore king. Baba asked him to go and see the procession of the Mysore king then in 1941. The procession is worth seeing. It is a great sight to see. And I could not go at that time because I went there after Dasara. But I had been there after Dasara, and then I also could see the king in some musical function. But about the king also, Baba had prophesied that next year the king would not be there. And it also happened that the king left his body before an year. He was the father of the present king, who was perhaps the governor of Mysore after the independence. So, it was always like that. Baba gave an inkling of future happenings, and we could not make head or tail because of our human foolishness. It was not only a special order for me only, but almost for all people to observe celibacy in married life for exactly an year. And we did observe that. But after some years, again an order was given, and men were asked not to touch women or ladies who were above 6 years. Then at that time, I requested Baba through one of the disciples that my daughter is only 6 years old and she does not understand the meaning of these orders. And what will she feel if she is asked not to touch her father, or if she is asked not to touch her father because Baba says? Because it is so natural for a daughter to play with her father. Then Baba kindly allowed her, and not only that, but he changed that to 10 years of age. So it was his kindness that avoided some awkward situations. And whenever in my life I found some difficulty in my life, I always used to write to Baba, anytime and anywhere, and Baba used to solve my difficulty, console me. Sometimes we had to ask, or we used to write to him without the knowledge of my husband that he is going in a particular way, and even then Baba used to help me.